Get it loud in library, c'est trop cool. Monter le son à la bibliothèque, c'est trop bien.
Get it loud on library, c'est génial.
Get it loud in libraries, it's wicked sick.
I suppose the origins of it was when I was working here as a music librarian in Lancaster, trying to develop a young audience, knowing that young audiences really love music. 92% of young people have been recording and saying they love music. So we would start to put bands on like the Long Blondes and Mr Hudson the Library and Adele, whose albums were 6 months to 12 months in advance of being released, and it just proved a hit.
We first got involved in 2011 as part of a big national project called Reading Activists, and we had a band in Central Library called Dutch Uncles. And after that, it was so successful, we decided that we'd like to be involved again. Very often in places like St Helens, there isn't an awful lot for people to do, particularly young people.
It's a really useful environment to have a gig in. We can put our furniture to one side, we create a big space, we have a large stage here, the lighting and so on, so it works really well. Our libraries work really well in the sense of having a flexible space in which people can come along and enjoy the music.
I think playing a gig in a library is the most exciting thing I've done so far. I think there's a kind of very naughty, I feel quite naughty, I feel like I shouldn't be doing it, but it's wonderful. It kind of brings together all the different arts, and just to be surrounded by so much culture in the books is actually really amazing. And I think we're going to make as much noise as possible just to mess things up a bit.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I didn't know that they used to do stuff in libraries. I love all the just using venues that are not usually meant for like gigs and stuff. I'd like it when they use it for music.
The cool thing about playing in libraries like today is you get to play to a much younger audience, which you don't really get to in music venues because it's usually 18 plus.
It's good to play. I think it's great when you play music in a place that's not a venue. Take people out of their comfort zone, because it does affect you. It does affect you how you look at stuff when you're in a place that's unusual. For us, we want to do, ideally we'd love to do a tour, the smaller towns up and down the country and play in like town halls and libraries and stuff like that. Yeah. That's like one of our ambitions, I think.
Yeah, it's a great idea. And it's good, and they're doing it well. That's what I like about it. It's not like a
professional job.
Yeah, it's not like half like attempted. It's really like gone for it. It's really good. So it makes it very desirable to play, and we'd definitely recommend it to people.
Well, this is the first time I've been to a gig in the library. I wasn't really too sure what to expect, and when we got here we were a bit kind of, apprehensive about it, but we walked in and it seemed really cool, nice intimate gig, which is what I like, so it was really good. Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I quite like these pop-up venues. They're pretty sweet, these kind of unique places that get turned into a venue for one reason or another, you know. They aren't always venues, so it's quite a shock to walk into. It was nice.
It's a really good idea. It's nice to have a gig that you can bring children to on a Saturday night.
Mm-hmm. It's your first big gig, isn't it?
Yeah. It's good because usually it was over 18 venues, so we couldn't go, but now we can.
And it's better that it's smaller as well, because we can get closer and everything.
What I really like about it is the fact that it's a really intimate environment, but you're still getting like a huge group of people together who just want to have fun.
The opportunities that I've got from working with Get It Loud in libraries are being on tour with Billy Ocean and Gabrielle, and I've started doing a lot more smaller bands as well for myself, trying to start out my own company doing sound engineering and equipment hire.
I've always been really interested in careers in journalism, things like that, and with these skills I feel like I could develop them further even now, and also in education as well. I have university and college, and all these skills can just be manipulated into different aspects.
I've learned to work with interviews and working more behind the scenes, so getting the questions ready, the technical sort of side, and I've never really had that sort of opportunity to do that. So that's allowed me, them skills have allowed me to use my work further, especially I can use that as well in my application as well, towards unis and that sort of thing.
I've learned how to do video on cameras, audio, how to interview people and just have fun.
If I had sum up in one word my experience of GILIL Libraries, it'd definitely have to be fantastic.